If Marcus Aurelius lived today, would he be scrolling through Instagram? Would the Emperor of Rome double tap a sunset or leave a comment under a motivational quote? What would a man who wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events," think of a world obsessed with likes, filters, and followers? Today, let's dive deep. Through the lens of Stoicism, we're about to examine social media, not to shame it, but to understand it. And more importantly, to learn how to use it without letting it use us. Stay with me till the end, because by the time this video is over, you won't see Instagram or yourself the same way again. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." Instagram is a highlight reel, not real life. It's snapshots of smiles without the struggles. It's luxury without the loans. Beauty without the breakouts. But here's the trap. We compare our behind the scenes to someone else's curated front stage. The Stoic would say, you're distressed not by the world but by your interpretation of it. So when you scroll, ask yourself, am I consuming truth or chasing illusions? Imagine a Roman gladiator entering the arena, not for glory, but for approval. That's us. Every time we post for likes, Marcus would likely shake his head and remind us, it never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Social media has turned validation into currency, but Stoicism reminds us, you don't need applause to know your worth. Likes fade, your values shouldn't. Scroll, compare, feel inadequate, repeat. Marcus Aurelius knew this game centuries before smartphones. He wrote, "Don't waste time wondering what a good man should be. Be one." When you focus on others' paths, you lose sight of your own. Comparison is a thief. It robs you of contentment. So the next time someone else's life looks perfect, ask, is that reality? Or just a filter? And more importantly, is it even relevant to your purpose? Instagram celebrates perfection, smiles, success, sunshine. But life isn't always bright, and pretending it is, that's not strength. That's denial. Marcus wrote, "You are a soul carrying a corpse." A brutal reminder. Suffering is part of the human experience. Stoicism doesn't ask you to fake happiness. It asks you to face reality with courage. You're allowed to feel. You're allowed to struggle. Just don't pretend. Not for likes, not for followers, not even for yourself. We don't scroll for hours. We scroll for minutes that vanish into hours. Marcus Aurelius warned, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Every moment you spend staring at someone else's life is a moment you're not living your own. The Stoic doesn't reject leisure, but they reject wasted life. So ask, is your time feeding your soul or your screen? To trend, to go viral, to be known. But Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, reminded himself daily, fame is meaningless. He wrote in his journal, not for fans, but for himself. He knew what we forget. Fame is borrowed, and the crowd is fickle. True influence isn't measured in followers. It's measured in integrity. So what would Marcus Aurelius do with Instagram? Would he delete it? Maybe. Would he use it wisely? Absolutely. The Stoic doesn't fear the tool. They fear becoming its servant. You don't have to abandon social media, but you must reclaim control. Follow accounts that inspire, not inflame. Post with purpose, not for praise. Scroll consciously or not at all. Because Marcus Aurelius wouldn't have been anti-Instagram. He'd just remind you, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Choose your colors wisely. Instagram is not the enemy, but your relationship with it. That's where the battle is fought. Be mindful of what you consume. Be deliberate in what you share. And always, always protect your peace. Because in a world of noise, the Stoic stands still. And that, perhaps, is the greatest rebellion of all. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, Marcus Aurelius. If this video made you pause, reflect, or breathe a little deeper, share it. Subscribe for more Stoic insights. And remember, you are more than your profile. You are your principles. Would you like a version of this script formatted for a tech